but I experienced a lot. Even when I meditated there, the animals were more drawn to me. Like there would be squirrels that literally come up to you. Like it was just a completely different experience, and I almost wanted to move there. But of course, it's not about me. It's about us. So I wasn't gonna put you
I
through that,
just
and then I
wouldn't.
wasn't gonna take you away from your family as
Yeah,
well.
that would.
But it's just to be in that type of environment. It just gave
Yeah.
me a reality of what I can bring home and change here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Greetings and welcome to T Vibes and Tribe podcast. My name is Amaru and this is my wonderful wife Shauna.
Thank you, handsome. And we are our Essence of Serenity. And again, this is our podcast where we like to sip tea and invite you to the table to have conversation with us. Would you like to tell the people what we're sipping on?
Yes, today we are sipping on green tea.
Yes, yes. And we will have the benefits of green tea listed over here and in the description below. So today, well, usually you introduce the topic, so you want to let them know what we're talking about?
Sure.
All right.
So some years back, me and my wife had an extravagant trip, I should say, where we went to Barcelona, Spain.
And actually in July 2019.
See, she remember the date. In 2019, exactly, we went to Barcelona, and from my experience, it
Well,
was.
first tell them why we went.
Well,
We were there for 2 weeks.
we were there for 2 weeks, and it was mostly for business. It was a business trip, but it was also, just another way to take advantage of the situation, to have a vacation as well. And to say that we went to another country is one thing, but it's about what you experience when you go to these different type of countries. And what I'm speaking more so on is the culture shock. Like it was very, very. I was taken back on how naturally oriented it is in Spain. Where what I mean by that is, how here nature seems to be destroyed to build homes and foundations and whatnot, whereas over there they literally build around nature. It's hard to really explain it, but to actually see it, it's something that I never experienced before. So yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. This will always be home for me. So of course for me, this will always be will always take the cake. I mean, of course it has its good and its bad. But I did enjoy it. One of the things that I enjoyed was just more so sometimes you need a break away from home. So to be able to travel, to Spain and have that break away, I really felt like I was able to get away. I did have really bad jet lag because when we landed, how long was the flight? It was hours because I think we went from
10
here.
hours? Probably longer
It was,
than that.
I can't remember, but I know we're in Houston, Texas. So we flew from here to Chicago, and then from Chicago we went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
I don't really like, anytime we fly, I don't like the whole process of going through the airport, and then you can just imagine traveling international. So that was a bit of a headache. Then we had all of these unexpected fees because remember, and we're talking about like a couple of hundreds of dollars. But I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed one of the things that I liked was the subway.
Yeah, that was
It was a different experience. I know at one point when we were on the subway, I really got to see how it feels being on the other end of being a foreigner in another country, because I don't know if you noticed, but when we were on the subway, people were staring at us. And it's as if I knew what they were thinking, but for the most part, people, they were nice. But I noticed, I know with our experience, people really didn't engage as much. I know people engaged with you when you were down there for business, but I noticed like when we were out and about, people really didn't engage.
Well, we hope y'all enjoying the content. As of right now, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
This video is sponsored by Zenful Vibes, which is a holistic line created by Our Essence of Serenity. The Relaxation Butter is a moisturizing butter that is infused with catnip. Catnip is known to provide a calming effect and aids with skin irritation. Our Relaxation Butter also has shea butter, which is known to aid with stretch marks, dry skin, dandruff, prevent cell damage, enhance skin texture, and more. We've also included oils such as jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, and more. Not only is our relaxation butter beneficial for the skin, but it's also beneficial for the hair as it reduces split ends, makes the hair shinier, and provides moisture to the hair. To read more about our relaxation butter, be sure to check out our website, www.ouressenceofserenity.net, under the Zenful Vibes tab. And we are back. The food. So I'm not the type of person to try like, different types of international food. Let's just say that, especially down south here, we're used to a lot of seasoning. Now he liked it. I could taste the difference. It wasn't bad. I think we more so kept eating at that
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
See, this is one of the things that I liked about it, especially case in point with the Chinese restaurant. Here, you gotta worry about a lot of stuff in the food. Whereas over there, you actually eating real food, as crazy as that may sound. Well, I'm just speaking on the very fact that I actually was eating fish with bones in it. And it tastes fresh. And the thing about it is, I ate about literally 6 plates and didn't have itis. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's definitely something different from what we're used to here. Whereas over there, it just seems it was more highly vibrational to me. Mm-hmm. As far as the stuff that I would eat. Even when you go to just a random spot, and you know how most places here, if you ask for water, they're going to give you tap water.
Yeah, they give you bottled water.
They give you actual bottled spring water. So it's like the whole, I wouldn't even say the dynamic, but the whole mindset of how you nourish your body, the things that you consume, you can tell that they're more mindful over there. Whereas over here, you prone to have any and everything in your food.
I did really like, what was that? Like, so it's been years, but I can't remember the name of that mall that we kind of stayed, the hotel was across from. But of course, here, like, we have, like, the service animals that they're able to bring into public places. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I love dogs. Like, I don't even like to call them dogs. Like, I don't care how old they are. I reference them as puppies. But the fact that when we were in the mall, it seemed like everybody there had a puppy. Mm-hmm. Didn't really see many cats. We seen one cat.
And that boy was in the house, bro. He was looking out the window.
But but you remember when we went to, what was the name of it? Was more so like a tourist attraction. Remember when we went there and when we crossed to the other side?
Was it near the seawall?
I can't remember.
Went to the flea market?
No. I don't know that was a different day. Remember, it was a particular area that we went to that you were going to take your camera to, but I think they advised you not to. And when we crossed over to the other end, like, you could feel the low vibration.
Yeah. So pretty much they have a lot of cathedrals and castles out there that were actually built by melanated individuals. That's something that a lot of people in Spain don't know. But I was fascinated in the architecture out there. And like she was saying, there was one particular spot where the very moment we got up on it, it's like we hit a wall. Like, we both felt it. Mm-hmm. And when I looked at her and saw her reaction, I'm like, okay, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Like, it was jacked up vibe. So we decided, yeah, we're gonna do a about phase and just find another place to go. But yeah, I forgot. I think they call it. I forgot what they
I
called
forget
it.
the name, and I don't want to.
But it was a
the wrong
main,
name.
yeah, it was a main tourist attraction that a lot of people would go to Spain to go to.
Yeah.
But we said, nah.
I even like the fact that, and not to say that here, like I said, where we stay in Houston, Texas, you know, at times not as much because there's so much that you have to worry about. But at that time, in 2019, you know, I would walk through the neighborhood, so I don't want to make it seem like, you know, I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing the United States. But in Spain, I felt comfortable. Remember, I walked to your job, where you were working out of at the time to meet with you and your coworkers, and then I walked back, and I didn't feel like what's the word? I wasn't fearful. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Anywhere you go, you have to be mindful, especially if you're traveling international, because you don't really know that much about the area. And then, of course, it was obvious that over there we were foreigners, so having to worry about that. But I enjoyed the whole experience. Remember, we almost missed our flight leaving out of Barcelona. Yeah, we made it just in the nick of time. And the crazy part is the reason why. You remember why, right?
Was it with my bag?
No, it was the company. So his job gave him a company card to pay for the expenses. And when it was time to use the company card to check out, the card was coming up declining.
I was like, yo, like.
And luckily, the company that y'all had in Barcelona, luckily they was still there because it was a Friday.
Yeah,
and
I used somebody else's card. Yeah,
leave early.
Yeah, on a Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, so we caught them just in time, and so we were trying to rush. We were trying to get that done. And then remember another reason why we were already hurting for time, because we got tattoos.
Got our first tattoos, yeah.
Right, together,
yeah.
Yeah, so we were like hurting for time, and then once we hurry up and we got back there to the hotel, we were trying to get our bags, check out. That took maybe additional 20 minutes or so, and then having to get back to the airport. And remember, it's already time consuming when you're traveling within that country,
right.
But you know, additional time is added onto the process when you're traveling international. So I was worried that like we were gonna miss the flight, because like I said, I enjoyed the 2 weeks there, but I was ready to get back. You know, sometimes after vacation, you vacationed enough and you're ready to go home. Yeah. So
no, I agree. There was a lot that, you know, could have happened but didn't happen. Like, we were very fortunate to be able to enjoy the experience, enjoy each other, see a different other side of the world. Like, it was amazing. Like, one of the things that I really liked is people walked. Yeah. Like, you didn't see a lot of people driving. Don't get me wrong, they had vehicles, but like when I went to work every morning, I just enjoyed walking, seeing the scenery and whatnot. Even on the weekends, I would go to the parks and I'll go working out, and it's just, the energy is different. It's highly different. One of the things that I could tell was I used to have some Bluetooth headsets, and I had an EMF chip on there, you know, to help with the radiation and whatnot. And when I turned it on there, the very moment I turned it on, I felt this. I can't even explain it. Like, it was just a shock to my brain waves. Like, I literally threw them off my head, because I'm like, okay, something ain't right about this. And it would make sense as to where here is so much radiation and smog to where I'm accustomed to it. Whereas up there, the air is more cleaner, it's clear. So when I turned them on, I'm like, yo, this is giving me some serious headaches. So that's when I realized that when it comes to Bluetooths, I'm going to have it away from me. I may use a speaker, but I'm not going to use a headset anymore. So I use the wired headphones. But I experienced a lot, even when I meditated there. The animals were more drawn to me. Like, there would be squirrels that literally come up to you. Like, it was just a completely different experience. And I almost wanted to move there. But of course, it's not about me. It's about, you know, us, so I wasn't gonna put you
I
through that.
just
And then I
wouldn't.
wasn't gonna take you away from your family as
Yeah,
well.
that would.
But it's just to be in that type of environment. It just gave me a reality of what I can bring home and change here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that, sometimes when we go to places and it's a change of scenery and it's not home, it seems better because it's like you get a break away from the problems that you have home. But I guess for me, the reason why lately, within maybe the past year or two, I've said that home is home for me because even if I go somewhere else, those same problems are going to eventually come up because I'm going to get there, I'm going to get settled in, and my routine is going to pick back up as it was prior to me moving to wherever. Not to say that maybe someday later in life I wouldn't be open to moving somewhere. But I think right now with everything that's going on, I would rather stay where not so much comfortable because that's not really realistic when you really think about life, but where I'm accustomed to. Yeah. But would you ever go back to visit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would go back to visit.
Yeah.
I actually want to travel the world, and that's simply because I like culture. And that's one of the things that I really took to when in Barcelona because, like I said, the vibes were completely different. Like, even how people, like she was saying, we got some interactions. Like, I had people talk to me and whatnot, but it was more so you could tell, like she said, we weren't from there. They could tell. But it was when I know very poquito español, so I was able to understand a lot of what they were saying, but I wasn't able to have a fluent conversation with them. But just the overall interactions and just seeing how they are more healthier there and how they take care of themselves, and
I think
there's
you got
parks
to
everywhere.
see that as far as their lifestyle because you were able to was it because you were interacting with the workers there?
Well, no, it was like with them, like it's crazy. Like they take breaks in between the typical 8 hour day. But what they do is instead of taking the elevator, we were like on the 9th floor. They would take the stairs up and down and whatnot. Like they dedicated time as far as exercising because sitting down all day isn't healthy. So they would find ways. Even they would have tea time. Like they literally dedicated a certain amount of the time throughout the day rather, to go drink tea. Like it's just
Just like kind of like in England.
yeah, it's like they take care of themselves. And if I'm not mistaken, on Fridays it is like a half day everywhere. Like I forget how it is, but
I don't
it's
think
not like
everywhere
how it is.
because when on Fridays we would be able to go to places and they were open.
Well, no. I'm talking about as far as within that industry, that field I was in. Yeah,
Okay.
like corporate. Well, I wouldn't say corporate, but I was more. I'm in oil and gas, so that I guess with that particular company, they had it was just the
across
way
the
they had it
board.
set up, right?
I see.
But it was the experience was really really nice.
I enjoyed it. I did. We're also going to be sure to include clips
Yes.
in here, but I really did. I enjoyed it. I feel like 2 weeks was a good amount of time to be able to just get out there and explore certain things and not dread coming home because you were there for a few days and then you had to come back home. So at this time, we would like to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, share this video, because you never know who this video is meant to reach and you don't want to get in the way of them being able to receive this message. Plus, you never know. Maybe they may be interested in traveling to Barcelona and just to kind of get an idea of, what it could be like. Also, be sure to, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you could be notified when we drop content. Also, be sure to check out our website, www.ouressence-of-serenity.net, where we make high vibrational handcrafted jewelry. We also write blogs. We have our portfolio. Also, be sure to check out our merchandise and check out the sponsored product in this video under our Zenful Vibes tab. Be sure to make sure that you definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel because every month we like to post an energy read for the month. Am I missing anything? Is there anything you want to add?
No.
You sure?
Don't be afraid to see the world. Don't go off of what's being shown on the television screen, but experience it for yourself. Interact with different frequencies, different pieces of land,
Yeah.
different cultures. Like, see life through your lenses.
That's so true, sweetness. I agree. So, until next time, you all take care. And what do they need to do, Hans? I'm trying to see if it's something on your... Okay, it's a piece of hair that's just shiny.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, until next time, you all take care. And what do they need to do, sweetness?
Y'all stay lifted.
All right.